Teens' rage over sleepover leads to unthinkable family tragedy. In a case that shook the foundations of Indianapolis and left investigators struggling to comprehend its senselessness, what began as a typical teenage dispute over staying out late ended in an unfathomable tragedy. Raymond Childs III, at just 17 years old, made a decision that would not only destroy his family, but also forever alter the course of his own life. The events that unfolded in January 2021 seemed almost inconceivable in their brutality. What triggered this horrific incident? A simple argument over a sleepover at his girlfriend's house. When Childs III left home without permission to spend the night with his girlfriend, his father, Raymond Childs Jr., called and ordered him to return home. Instead of complying or even engaging in a typical teenage rebellion, Childs III's response would prove catastrophically disproportionate. Between 2 and 3 a.m. on that fateful January 24th, Childs III returned home, but not to make amends. What followed was a methodical execution of nearly his entire family. The sequence of events, pieced together through court documents and the testimony of the sole survivor, paints a picture of unimaginable horror. The surviving witness, Childs III's 15-year-old brother, identified in court documents only as XC, provided a harrowing account from his hospital bed. He recalled being in the bathroom filling a water bottle at his father's request when the first gunshots shattered the night's silence. What followed was a scene of terror. His father, emerging from bed, running to the stairs, asking, "What was that?" Then came his sister's devastating cry, "Raymond shot Elijah." Another gunshot, and their father's final words echoed through the house. "I'm sorry, Raymond, I love you." The brutality of the attack showed no mercy. Elijah, Childs III's brother, was shot in the back of the head while watching television. Next to him lay his girlfriend, 19-year-old Kiara Hawkins, who was just days away from giving birth. She was shot through her right ear. The death toll would include Raymond Childs Jr., father, Kezzie Childs, stepmother, Rita, sister, Elijah, brother, Kiara Hawkins, and her unborn child. The story of XC's survival is nothing short of miraculous. Despite being shot in both the leg and arm while trying to escape, and even after offering his brother money to spare his life, XC managed to flee to a neighbor's home. His survival and subsequent testimony would prove crucial in bringing his brother to justice. The investigation quickly gathered momentum. A trail of evidence, including a firearm magazine clip left in his girlfriend's car and ballistics matching from 2 recovered weapons, led police directly to Childs III. His girlfriend unknowingly provided crucial information when she received alerts about shootings in the area on her Citizens app, though Childs III denied any knowledge when she questioned him. The path to justice, however, was not straightforward. The legal proceedings themselves revealed the complex challenges of prosecuting such a devastating case. During the first trial, tensions ran high as emotions from both the surviving family members and the community spilled into the courtroom. The confrontation that led to the mistrial highlighted the raw emotions still surrounding the case. One juror, after witnessing the confrontation, admitted they could no longer maintain impartiality, forcing the judge to declare a mistrial. The prosecution team, led by experienced homicide investigators, had to carefully rebuild their case for the second trial. They faced the additional challenge of ensuring their witnesses remained composed while recounting the traumatic events. The evidence presented painted a clear picture of premeditation and intent. Forensic analysis of the crime scene revealed that Childs III had methodically moved through the house, room by room, executing his family members with precise shots. The 2 weapons recovered, one from the family's basement and another surrendered by an acquaintance who had received it from Childs III after the murders, provided crucial ballistic evidence. Shell casings found at the scene matched both weapons, creating an ironclad connection between the defendant and the crimes. Additionally, surveillance footage from neighboring houses captured portions of XC's desperate escape, corroborating his testimony about the sequence of events. Criminal defense attorney Bob Bianchi, reflecting on the case, noted its particular horror in the context of modern violent crime. "When I was in the homicide squad, we would compare cases, and there was always something where the motive made sense. You may not agree with it, but whether it was money, drugs, gang violence, or infidelity, you could understand the reason, Bianchi explained. Today, when you see something like this, it seems there's a massive desensitization of individuals. There's no bar in terms of conduct. The psychological aspects of the case have drawn significant attention from mental health professionals. While Child's 3's defense team didn't pursue an insanity defense, experts have pointed to the case as an example of the critical need for better mental health intervention in young people. The calculated nature of the crimes, combined with the extreme overreaction to a routine parental restriction, suggests deeper psychological issues that might have been addressed earlier. The surviving brother's recovery has been both inspiring and heartbreaking. Beyond his physical injuries, XC has had to navigate the complex emotional terrain of being both a survivor and a key witness against his own brother. Support services and victim advocates have worked closely with him, but the challenge of rebuilding a life after such devastating loss remains monumental. As the sentencing date approaches, prosecutors are expected to seek maximum consecutive sentences for each count. Legal experts point out that while youth offenders sometimes receive consideration for their age, the particularly heinous nature of these crimes likely precludes any leniency. The prosecution is expected to emphasize not only the number of victims, but also the betrayal of family trust and the cold-blooded nature of the executions. The case has also sparked discussions about gun access among young people. Questions about how Child's 3 obtained and became familiar with firearms have led to calls for stricter gun storage requirements and better monitoring of youth access to weapons. While these debates continue, they underscore the broader societal implications of this family tragedy. The Raymond Child's 3 case will likely be remembered not just for its brutality, but as a cautionary tale about the devastating consequences of unchecked rage and the importance of addressing mental health issues in young people before they spiral into violence. As the justice system prepares to deliver its final verdict in sentencing, the broader questions raised by this tragedy remain unanswered, leaving a community to wonder what could have been done to prevent such a senseless loss of life.